First we talk about local, then we talk about regional, and then now I want to talk about worldwide and getting to the mindset where you actually feel comfortable traveling worldwide. I think everybody should at least have one, thanks for the follow, where you get one experience where you travel to another country to compete. That's how you will actually know, what it feels like to really be outside your element. My first time traveling outside the country was Amsterdam, yeah. And when you travel worldwide, you have to consider the time zone and the time difference. If you're going to a tournament that's outside the country and you know that there's that big of a difference, get your butt there 2 or 3 days before. On my mama, please. Or at least 4, even 3-4 days. And please be aware of that because it will affect your performance. I remember when I went to China to play, and I literally got the day of the tournament because there was a delay in the flight. And I really should have just left. And when they said it did a delay, I should have just went home. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna play, whatever. I could not think for the life of me. I was like, I am so dead right now. And it was like, and then as soon as I got there, I had to go back home. And it was like, don't let that be you. Because it's like, you want to be at your 100 with whatever you do, as much as you can be, right? Even when I went to Thailand, I was there like 2 or 3 days before, and I'm super grateful for that. Like, and if you need certain things, I do recommend sometimes that people have like melatonin if they need it, or like maybe 2 or 3 days before you leave for your worldwide journey. Start like training your body to like be up at the times that people in that country will be up, and then when they go to sleep at the times those people will be asleep. Just things like that, small little tips and tricks that can really help. But for some, it takes longer to adjust, and if you know that about yourself, then push it back even more, like come 4 days in advance, which is fine too, if you have the money. So, of course, I named what's really important about competing worldwide. It's that you're playing against, you're competing against players from around the world. So, say if I went to Evo Japan, then but it's not just people that are like, there's not just like Japanese players that are going to be there. There's going to be players from every single other country going there too. So with worldwide, you get so much experience playing all of these play styles, and you learn from them. Like, because you know good and well that they have like meetups before the tournament, just like they had in Thailand, and they were so helpful there. And all this like these gems of talent will really they help you. I know it helped me. It helps me all the time. And you don't forget like how the matchups are, how people play, because it'll help you for other players in the long run. And so of course I named worldwide, meaning like Europe, Asia, Australia, etc. meetups at varying tournaments around the world. And I put in like, usually it's an overwhelming amount of skilled players in one tournament. That's usually what happens. Thailand, that's what happened. That last year's qualifier was insane. So many communities have been put on the map. So worldwide has become even more worldwide, which means there's even more talent and more competition. It makes you so much stronger. So I put examples like LCQ, Tokyo Masters, Evo Japan, Evo America, even though I know like technically that's where I'm from. Other people come all around the world to come to that event. So yes, invitationals. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, usually a lot more money. I wrote that usually a lot more money is presented. So there's a lot on the line, which is good because you want more money. More money's good. So the pros I wrote were you get exposure to various play styles. It's a great way to pick up on different techniques. You enjoy another culture. So I don't think enough people talk about this, but it's not just about playing, but it's like the exposure to the culture in general. And seeing how other people enjoy the game just like you. There's so much that we have in common, even though we're from such different countries at times. I think sometimes we kind of forget that. That's why, like, can't just like immersing yourself and just putting yourself, like, yeah, putting yourself in those cultural like settings. It's actually really beneficial to you as a player too. It teaches you a respect for other players. It teaches you a respect for just the lifestyle there. Yeah, like when I went to Thailand and seeing what they do there, just like their meetups and kind of just how like all these really talented players, like just seeing these talented players and just some of them not having the opportunities to compete. I'm like, wow, like it makes you appreciate what you have, and it makes you want to help others more, in my opinion. I'm like, damn, like there were so many talented players there. So the cons I wrote to worldwide travel can be the money. Like that's like number one, right? The money is such a big part. Like, it's huge. That's why I always say, plan in advance. Please plan in advance. That plane ticket, the plane ticket. You cannot always speak the language. That can also be a setback. So, making sure that when you go, that like a representative from that country, a player there, speaks English and can and speaks the language in that country as well. And start doing a little bit of reading on some of the words there. So if you can't meet that person right when you get to the out of the airport, at least you'll know kind of like some words, and research a little bit what that country's like and what they use in regards to apps for transportation and food. Like, okay, for example, before I went to Thailand, I was like, yo, I'm not sure what to expect. By the grace of God. My mother was like, well, Janet, one of our family friends, she was like, Janet and Eddie's her husband, Janet and Eddie are going to Thailand around the same time as you. Janet got shots. And I said, oh, what were the shots for? And she said, well, because of some of the like the water and like the food. Because like, if you're not used to, like if your body isn't used to that, or you weren't like raised in Thailand, or you haven't been in Thailand at all or anything like that, your body's not going to be used to whatever's in the food or the water. So I got shots, which also cost money. It was $330 for 2 shots. And that's just, you do what you need to. I haven't gotten sick yet. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I haven't. I didn't get sick from Thailand. I'm definitely glad I got the shots. It was for hep A, and typhoid. So like you need to cover yourself. Like you need to have that backup, because you don't want to get there. You're training for a competition that's in 3 days, and you are sick because you drank a drink with ice in that mug. Don't be that person. Do your research. Go to your travel clinic. For worldwide, one of the biggest cons for people who are traveling worldwide, one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they don't research the damn country when they leave. I don't want anybody to get hurt or or for it to be a fatality because they didn't do research on like different kinds of like contaminants in that country, or like just different like bacteria there that the local people are used to, but you're not used to, because that's different countries. When I went to Japan, I got super sick. And the biggest mistake I made was I didn't bring hand sanitizer. I didn't wear my mask enough. I had a fever of 104 the day 2 days before I actually left. And it was terrible. I had gotten no shots. I did not get traveler's insurance. And I think it's really like you, if you feel like your immune system is that shitty, get that traveler's insurance, or like health insurance, because I think that's covered under it too. Because they asked me to have traveler's insurance, and I said, well, I don't. So I was only able to pay like so much. And so, yeah, you have your hand sanitizer, you know, have your mask on. Don't put your hands in your mouth. Don't put your hands in your eyes. Don't rub them. You know, try really hard not to sanitize when you're on the plane. Put sanitizer on the seatbelt. These are all things I learned, because that's why I didn't get sick when I went to Thailand. Because I was told all this and taught all this, and I was given tons of information from the travel clinic. The nurse and the doctor were amazing. Like I said, I recommend that everybody go at least once to an international tournament. You won't regret it. The scenes are beautiful. Not just the Tekken scenes, but like the scenery around you is beautiful. Thailand was gorgeous. It was beautiful. I was just walking with one of the camera people who was with me, and his name's Jason. And it's Jason and Stephanie. They're great. I was walking with Jason, and we're just walking through the place, just walking through the country like it was nothing. And I was like, this is so fucking cool. Like, it was just taking pictures, the way they pay respect to their loved ones, like the way they interact with each other, and like those are like moments that you don't just have every day. You soak that shit in, you know. Like, because it doesn't just become about gaming, it becomes about just making memories and life experiences. You learn a lot. And you also learn about survival skills while you're at these places too. Always have a buddy with you. Always have a buddy. It's important. Read up on cultural things about the location. Make sure you don't do anything disrespectful in that country. Whatever country it is, if they have certain things that they don't like, that you know they don't want you to do, don't do them. Make sure you know. Like, and Americans kind of had this bad habit of doing things like that, and you don't look at what they allow, what they don't. I hate to use this example, but I feel like I need to, and this made me really sad. But if I recall correctly, there was an American, like a teenager, maybe like a little older, maybe college. He went on a trip with with a group to North Korea. I want to give the group the benefit of the doubt, because that whoever the main organizer for them traveling to North Korea, I'm pretty sure the chaperone was like, hey, just want to let you guys know, these are the do's and don'ts. What they allow here, what they do not. Right? Like the law, the rule, like what are their laws? What are you able to, what's legal, right? Well, this particular college student that I'm talking about, I think he grabbed a propaganda, like a poster, of their leader or something like that, from a hotel room. And I'm pretty sure they probably had some sort of monitoring everywhere around there. And so he took it, and so he they put him in their jail there. Like, they put him in a camp. Yeah, his parents were trying to get him back, right? It was sad because he didn't follow a rule. I'm guessing when they probably were trying to go back home, they were looking through his stuff and they found the poster. They put him in that camp. When they finally sent him back home after months, I think, his parents didn't even recognize him. He was tortured, and then he passed. He passed away. Shortly after, maybe a day or two after he came home. And so please, I know it's a very extreme example, class, but do not be ignorant. If you don't know what the country's customs or culture is, anything like that, look it up. Don't be ignorant, because it can cost you your life. just being honest. I'm not. When I read that, I was like, oh my God. Because it's tragic, you know? Like, you go there for gaming, you end up, you know, you did something illegal. Like, how you, what? But, yes. So, that is my discussion. So I think of the local, regional, worldwide as tiers. So local is tier 1, regional is tier 2, worldwide is tier 3. For those of you that want to get to tier 3 and maybe you're at tier 1, you can do it. You can. So that's what these tips and tricks to, you know, getting to these tiers, I hope helps.